What's up, Ruthless Nation? Here we are, Wednesday night, and we're going to have the Ruthless GT3 series from Fuji Speedway in Japan. And as usual, I got Monkey in the booth here with me for
Hey,
this
Stu.
action. Hey, man. So what do you think we're in for here from Japan at Fuji Speedway?
I think we're in for a lot of high-speed racing. This is 30 laps, and Larry Mack says they're expected to get about 9 or 10 laps on fuel, so I don't see fuel saving being an issue today. I think they're going to be going all out.
I think it will be an all-out race. And we do have a different car in the field today. It'll be M6, driven by Stu now, along with Snowman, Monkey, Cork, and T-Dubs, all in their regular machines for this race.
And it looks like a couple guys couldn't make the flight to Japan for this one.
That's right. Maybe it wasn't in the budget for them. It's such a
Yep.
budget hit for the Dodge team, they switched to BMW.
That's probably a good move. That Dodge was a gas hog.
Alright, so we're going to display all of our race information. We'll start off with T-Dubs out here in the front. And without further ado, Ruthless Nation, we're underway from Fuji.
All right. It's one of my favorite tracks.
There you have it.
I think I might be alone in that.
You may be. Without that chicane, it's not too bad. As they call it, the short course here. Alright, Porsche goes outside along with one of the McLarens for a brief moment. As T-Dubs hangs on to his pole position through the first turn. We got the fourth place car of Monkey. Looks like he's losing the top three here as the BMW comes up onto him.
Yeah, top three broke away right out of the gate.
Alright, so you got the Supra and the two McLarens. Very early on, you know, everybody on these racing softs, good weather, just a partly cloudy day here on Fuji. Everybody takes that hard right-hand chicane here that goes up and over a few turns.
Got some different lines going on. Oh, T-Dub's off the course.
He did get off the course there. Didn't
Cork
really
in the
hurt him
lead.
too much. Yes, Cork has taken the lead. Alex, don't you worry about who's racing. Thanks everybody who's tuning in, though. Please leave a like, subscribe if you're new to Ruthless Racing. All that's much appreciated as we get lap number 1 finished here from Fuji, and it will be Cork who leads that lap. Snowman followed by T-Dubs and Snowman in third. Monkey has closed the gap back up to the top 3 now. BMW seems to be under some learning curves maybe at the moment.
It's tough to switch cars in the middle of the season. You gotta learn about the engine, the aero, everything.
And the weather during testing was not this great.
That's true. A lot of rain during testing week and a beautiful sunny day today. Alex needs to focus on his homework.
That might be a good look for Alex, but the 8 of Cork is still hanging on to the lead as we get up here to a tricky portion of the track, maybe the trickiest other than the downhill chicane that comes up. Sorry, I had the wrong turn there in mind, I believe. I'm looking for the second turn personally. It's a kind of not a high speed turn, but it's not really low speed. You're kind of mid throttle through there. You can get a little bit. It comes up to a hard left hand turn.
It is a tough one. You're setting up for the second half of the chicane in the first part. It's very questionable when you get back into the throttle. You do it too soon and you're going to be in the grass. Or maybe AstroTurf.
Finishing lap 2, Cork remains in the lead, leads our first 2 here from Fuji. And 1 through 4 looking rather close here. As you see, an overtake to the inside by T-Dubs here on Cork. We get some good camera angles here on this action down into the first turn, as they will be about flat out coming up to this next left-hand turn, which is the tricky part of the track I was talking about. You can come out of here with a little bit of throttle control rather well, but through here you can easily get off to the left side of the track too far. You can see
either by mistake or on purpose, or people are taking different lines through there.
Oh, Snowman attacks Cork to the inside there after the tricky part, as this is flat out all the way down the hill to the chicane. Let's get on board with Cork as he attacks down in here. Jump back to Monkey as he goes through there.
Cork has some shiny paint on that car.
He does. He finally changed his scheme. Let's take a look at that. Pastel.
I don't know what that is. I'm going to put on some sunglasses, though. Maybe a little sunblock.
Yeah, he's definitely got some metal flake going on in there. Certainly polished that one up before they brought it out here to Japan.
Probably ceramic coated it, try to get another half mile per hour.
As we get through our race here, we'll do our per usual paint scheme check. As you get T-Dubs here, he's been running that awesome Jordan scheme all season long. Can't blame him. Oh, we got one around back here. That's going to be Snowman spinning out of the first turn of the track here. You see the BMW gets around him even. All right, unfortunate. Well, as we look at him here, he's in the Hendrick cars once again, in that 5 McLaren. So he
unfortunate, but there's a lot of time to make up to make that up.
Certainly is.
This is a track. Every track is a lot of potential for mistakes. There are no easy ovals in GT3. They're all difficult. All difficult road courses, I should say.
Oh, Cork is getting slippery up here in front of Monkey, as Monkey's looking to attack to the inside through our last few corners of the course. Cork squeals the tires all the way through those 2 turns. You can still hear him screaming out to the front stretch.
Classic Cork.
Very classic Cork. We'll jump back to Stu. He's got Snowman coming up on him here, so he tries to run away in his 24 Brickyard inspired scheme.
That's pretty nice. I like it.
Shiny too.
Yeah. They should use that blue every week.
I do like it. And got the Ruthless Racing, on the skirt. Snowman's still coming after him. So we jump back out here to the front, get back on our broadcasting view, and the gap between first and second has gotten larger. Oh, gets a little loose coming down into that turn there in the Toyota. But the battle for second is heating up heavy as Cork gets way off to the right-hand side there. See how the Porsche attacks Cork through this portion once again, as we've seen Cork get rather loose coming through this part last lap. Oh, got loose again there.
That Cork driving on the edge and Monkey in the back, slow and steady.
Yeah, just waiting for him and hopefully don't get into him. All right, looks like Snowman's finally getting around the 24 back here through this turn. So we'll see how they look as they come down the front stretch here.
Both those cars running yellow headlights. I like that.
Yeah, the yellow covers. I prefer them.
It's the little things.
Alright, T-Dub's still got a good hold here, but I think they've closed the gap just a tad here, second and third. Cork and Monkey slinging it through that turn. Cork, you know, just get used to it. You're going to see that rear end pointing the wrong direction quite a bit. Appreciate everybody tuning in for us here. Make sure you lock the stream. It is a Ruthless GT3 series from Fuji with TWC leading us with 25 remaining. And the battle for second heating up between Cork and Monkey.
Just checked everybody's fuel. Everyone's sitting about the same with a slight advantage going to the McLarens. Not as big as we normally see, but just a tick on that fuel gauge. The Toyota, Porsche, and BMW look about the same. Oh, here goes Cork again.
All right, so Cork has dramatically closed the gap here. Hey, Smitty, it's good to hear from you, man. Glad to see you pop into the chat for us.
That is good to hear. Been a while since I talked to Smitty.
All right, so Cork has closed this gap down quite a bit to T-Dubs. And let's see if he's able to hang on to that McLaren as he continues the hunt for first once again, as he did lead us through the first 3 laps or so of the race. There's 2 or 3 laps led by Cork there.
T-Dub's still holding on to the fastest lap.
He certainly is. 139.610 for the Supra, and that was ran on lap 2 of his run.
Hey, Cork is on the move.
Now Cork has got the McLaren trimmed out right now. We did see him lead earlier. He has closed quite the gap as well, as he has actually separated himself now from the Porsche behind him in third. Seen Snowman come into frame back there. He, you know, spun around earlier, had to battle back around the BMW, but does so and has now got himself a nice gap back to 5th.
Cork is trying to make some moves on T-Dubs.
We'll watch him down the front stretch here. It could be an overtaking situation with the draft that he will gain here.
Oh, he is right there.
He will go to the inside coming up to turn number 1.
Oh,
Let's
no.
see how that goes. Oh, T-Dubs is going to break way early and lets Cork go off the track to the left side, nearly missing the sand pit. This should allow third place of Monkey to gain a little bit of his time back, but now all that work done by Cork, not going to matter. You can see the experience there from T-Dubs. He said, I know.
What a move by T-Dubs. It's like he could see into the future.
He had the rewind on that one. He saw that one and backed it up.
How could he know?
Because he sees him doing stuff like that in his rear view already. Side by side, Porsche and McLaren as they're going down into one of the toughest turns of the course. Neck and neck. Cork able to hang on to second now as they go through the chicane portion. And they go back up the hill into another couple tight turns here at this course.
I suspect Monkey gave that to him instead of risking an accident. It's
That's a good possibility. All right, so Battle cools off for the lead and also for second. Monkey kind of right there might catch a little bit of the slipstream coming up the front stretch here. We'll see how close he gets going into turn number 1. You see the tires starting to become a factor, but we are at lap 9 now, right there crossing the line. So we'll see if the pit stops start to happen. So Monkey does gain a little bit of time there down the stretch. Everybody passes pit road this time. Everybody sort of even on the fuel here. Should get 1 to 2 more laps out of all these cars at least. Unless anybody wants to pit early.
T-Dub's front left is looking pretty worn.
Front left does take a beating here with all the right-hand turns with the high speed associated with them.
He's a little worn than most, but he's also driving a little faster than everyone else.
He is. The Porsche, about as even on the left sides that we've seen throughout the field. McLaren's actually, his left front there, of course, is a little better than his right rear. But we have seen him getting rather loose because the other McLaren has the left front issue as well. It's pretty much where everybody's sitting at here. Court, I believe, serves a penalty there. And now T-Dubs will go around them, at least avoid them. Those 3 will pass pit road along with Snowman. And we'll have the BMW, I think. Nope, he will decide to go down pit lane here.
That's an interesting maneuver.
Court gets loose through the first turn again. So the BMW will be the first down pit road after completing 9 laps.
I can't tell what's happening here, if the front tire is messing up T-Dubs, but top 3 are kind of close. The Porsche's lagging behind, but...
Oh, Court's around! It finally bit him. Gets a nice 360 out of it and gets her going once again. Unfortunate for the 8. But we knew it was going to happen.
A little backwards driving like his hero Kyle Busch.
Really, though. Alright, so Monkey's closed the gap a little bit here to the lead now with pit stops just a lap or so away for these guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hit that like button for us here at Ruthless Racing, because Ruthless Nation is the best nation.
Can't argue with that. This is the closest race we have seen all season.
To this point in the race, yes, it is. And Monkey, I think, going to draw door to door here with the Super for a moment, as I think pit road is in the look for these guys. Court goes in there hot. Snowman will also go down pit lane. So our top 4 are all in pit lane now. The only car who has already pitted, the BMW, tries to find his way around the course. As looking at the gap, I don't think he will catch anybody on this pit cycle.
Watching everybody in the pits, Cork used the least amount of fuel, which is important because fuel takes some time to get into these cars.
That's right, but T-Dubs getting in there a little earlier will come out a little faster, but it's not, that far a difference there between the leader and P3 refueling here. Everybody pretty close there in the top 3 on the refuel. Super is done. He's going to be pulling out. Monkey's going to be coming out behind Court. So that little extra fuel did help him out. As Monkey mentioned, that refueling does take a while. It's like when Richard Petty used to go in the pit box back in the day. Using regular floor jack. Tire iron.
It still goes in there pretty fast, but by race standard, it's probably not the fastest. 3 liters a second, it's faster than I could pour it into my car.
It's pretty quick, I mean, to the normal man.
Yeah. They also hold a lot at 100 liters. I don't know how many gallons that is, but it sounds like a lot. I'm gonna call up to the booth and see, or call up to the producer and see.
See how many gallons 100 liters are.
That's right.
I'd say about 20.
He's getting back to me 26.4 gallons. These do hold quite a bit.
Yeah, that's more than my car holds.
That's how much my truck holds. What does a NASCAR hold?
I'm not quite sure. I know they're 100-pound tanks. Pretty sure, or maybe more actually. Maybe 170 or 150, something like that. 1, 2, 3 rather close here in our race from Fuji with 11 laps complete as we go through turn 1 here at the beginning of lap 12. We should see one more pit stop out of the field, and that should be all she wrote for the pit stops here in this one, unless weather decides to move into the area later on in our race, which looking pretty outside here at Japan so far in our race.
You think Snowman's made up some ground? I'm not able to tell here.
I'm not sure if he's gained up a lot of ground. He certainly can see the top 3 whenever he gets into a nice straight section of the course, so he must have done something here. BMW still looks like testing the waters here. Did pit earlier. Could pit with 10 to go, but we'll see if he's able to stretch that fuel out and make this strategy worth it.
Oh, Cork is right on the bumper of T-Dubs.
He is, as they come down to right where Cork messed up earlier. He'll jump back out to the outside. Let's see if T-Dubs can see into the future this time, as they are door to door, crossing the line down into turn number 1. No, he attacks hard in front of the McLaren there. McLaren gets a little slippery coming out of turn 1.
Cork's not one to learn a lesson. I expected an exact repeat of the last time he tried that, but looks like maybe he did learn a little something.
And I think T-Dubs was hoping that he did learn the lesson as well, because he did go down there a little bit in the danger zone.
Here he comes again. Oh, saw him pull out.
Oh, Cork off to the left a little bit there. Might have used a little bit of grass to help slow him down. He was hauling the mail down through there, and he's right on the bumper of the Supra as we go through the tight turns. Coming up to the last bit of our course here from Fuji.
I thought Cork was going to try a pass in that chicane. That is one of the worst places to try and pass.
He's been all over the bumper here our last few turns, and he's off the track a little bit. There's Porsche going to get around him as well. Monkey moves up to second now in that number 6, and he will have sort of an advantage trying to pull up to T-Dubs now. Maybe even a good Porsche, a good push here from the McLaren on the Porsche. Too many P's. We're pushing P around here, you know.
I didn't even notice Cork has the fastest lap on the track now. That couldn't have been last lap, though.
Cork dives that thing down in there, and it goes off the side of the course again. So, lesson not learned this time. Did we see T-Dubs get around there? Is that what happened? We're going to go back 10 seconds right now. See what happened to T-Dubs.
I think T-Dubs and Monkey and Cork all went around there.
Oh, he just spins it. It gets Monkey off into the grass. See the smoke still coming off T-Dubs there. And then now Cork moves up to second. So replay brought to you by West Higgins ORV. Everybody in the top 3 has a problem out of turn 1.
Well, that's good news for Snowman.
Yeah, Snowman definitely has Monkey in his sights now after all 3 of our leaders mess up. So Snowman definitely back in the game here with still another pit stop to happen within the next 6 laps here. Snowman on his best lap of the race so far as well here during lap 14.
That's incredible. After they all messed up turn 1, he's still running the fastest lap he's run yet.
That's right, and he's used that to catch up to these guys as he should get a nice little pull here down the front straightaway to try to close this gap just a bit.
My mistake. I thought you meant T-Dubs. Snowman's on the fastest lap. Perfect timing for Snowman to do that.
We'll check everybody's laps this time by. So T-Dubs 141, 142 for Cork. Not sure what Monkey hit there. He hit a 143. Snowman, he hit his fastest lap of the race at a 139.487. Cork is our fastest overall. He ran that lap during lap 12.
Snowman's lap was real close to that one. 4/100ths off a fast lap.
That's right, and you've seen the, along with the little bit of a mess up there from our top 3, he's, closing this gap pretty well. T-Dub's still trying to run away with this thing as he'll be bringing us to halfway this time when he crosses the line. And he's on his best lap by 2 1/1000ths through the chicane. And we do have a penalty for Cork, a full second, unfortunately there. And he could add some onto it right there. We'll see what happens, see if he gets hit with another half second. He will not, but he will have to slow down here through the front stretch. So this will allow Monkey to get around him and possibly Snowman, because a second is a lot in the longer straight stretch of the course. There goes Cork. He has slowed down. You see how dramatic that was down into the 80s in speed almost. This will allow Monkey out to the outside. It's going to be tight into turn 1. He'll get in front of the McLaren. And he trusts that he would get on the brakes. And now it's McLaren's in 3rd and 4th. Snowman closes the gap a little more here off the Cork penalty.
T-Dubs just set the fast lap of the race, too.
He did. He came back and claimed it from Cork by over a 10th, I think.
See what kind of aggressive move Cork can come up with to try to get 2nd place back.
All right, well, we will get on this battle between Cork and Monkey.
I'm sure it's something offensive to Monkey. No, Monkey's holding his own so far.
On his best lap of the race so far through this chicane as well. We see a lot of people hitting their best times as they come down into the chicane. McLaren is getting closer, but Surgical is the Porsche ahead. Cork may have gotten a little bit too inside the Porsche there. McLaren goes to the inside, takes a second for a brief moment. Crossover back by Monkey here, and he will have 2nd place as they go down the front stretch. And it will be a good opportunity for Snowman to gain a little bit more ground here. Maybe get a 2 for 1 as they go side by side down the front stretch once again. T-Dubs is locking that just as much as Snowman is.
Would you call that a double crossover, Stu?
Yes, maybe that was a little DNA action on the racetrack. Loose, the McLaren allows Monkey back to the inside and around and clear as we go back up here to this tricky left-hander. Monkey attacks it perfectly, leaving the McLaren behind him. But Snowman is enjoying this battling as he is now closest to second place as he's been all race since his accident earlier on. A little bump there between the McLaren and Monkey, and that's going to allow both McLarens around the Porsche now. Unfortunate. Something offensive, I'm sure.
Something offensive, yes. Might be a little bumping in the pit stops after the race, too.
All right, so now we see Snowman has now got back up to third here during lap 17. See Court throwing up a little bit of dirt ahead. T-Dubs is just running away now. So he finds his way back onto the front stretch and completes lap 17. Pitting window, 3 to 4 laps away.
Snowman's fastest lap on the track for the first time?
I think he was for the first time. And he beats T-Dub's fastest lap by a 10th as well, or his previous fastest lap. So big trading off here on the fastest laps. And, you know, Snowman, he's been the beneficiary of some, you know, incidents up ahead of him. But let's not fail to mention, the man is running really solid lap times here late into the second run of this race.
He is. He's 139. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong times here. Yep. 139 ever since he came out of the pits. Been running 139s.
Yeah, he's definitely been laying it down. Possibly a little anger from the mishap earlier.
Before the first pit stops, tires started to come into play right about lap 9, I think. So we're about due for that to start happening again, maybe.
See Cork right rear once again, a little, maybe about even this time, but you would think that left front should be a little worse for wear, as that's the trend throughout the field. But the Porsche has been the most even on those left side tires throughout this. BMW still cruising here, and you can see the left front is going down there on that car as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 though can all see one another, as we should have pitting within the next 2 to 3 laps. That's the window we're looking at. Cork doesn't spin at that time. Does throw up some dirt though. Monkey has Snowman right there. He's in the range of that slip, and he's on his best lap.
That fine German engineering holds on for all 10 laps. Might be before your time, but Porsche, there is no substitute, used to be their old ad slogan.
We better find a substitute for their braking systems.
You might want to find a substitute for horsepower too. They seem to be lacking every week.
More long run. All right, so we have Cork hasn't hit a wall yet, asked Hollywood, but he did give us a nice little backwards driving lesson earlier. He's also
another launch off of turn 1, off into the sand, I think, or whatever's out there.
Cork hit a 138.6 for fastest lap, last lap.
Wow. The fast lap before that was 139.2. He destroyed that.
That's right, he did, and we've been seeing it as he's closing the gap dramatically back up to the Supra. Snowman down pit road now for his last stop of the race, which will make him run 11 laps here on the last run.
That's an interesting move.
From the look of the BMW, possibly another lap out of that as well. T-Dubs and Cork still pretty close.
BMW's getting back on the pit cycle with, well, I guess just the top 2, 3. Okay, BMW getting back on the pit cycle with everyone.
That's right, and Snowman takes the BMW's approach but in reverse for this run. So he'll try to be the longest on track for the last run and try to make that beneficial for him. Cork is up here attacking on the Supra though. His pit stop should be in play here, maybe this to next lap. I think both guys could make it another lap here, but we'll see if they decide to do that. Inside the commitment line go both 1 and 2. We'll see how they attack going down into this pit lane. They go in there hot and heavy, along with Monkey.
Looks like everybody ran those things to the max.
All right, so we're on board with BMW, who should have Snowman trying to chase him down here. We'll see if that 24 goes in this time. Snowman has made a stop, only driver to do so other than the guys on pit road at the moment. And coming back up to the front stretch, the BMW, and see if he pits.
You can hear these cars by now. His fuel's got to seem like it's taking forever to fill.
And there goes the 24 heavy into the pit stop. This will allow Snowman to go around. So we'll get on board with our first place driver of T-Dubs. It's going to be a battle, really, neck and neck out of the pits. Snowman, you know, making the call. Oh, off the track. T-Dubs is going to give the lead up to Snowman. No, they're going to be battling door to door back to the left-hand turn up ahead. So he wants to. Snowman played the strategy of being longer on the track, gets bumped off to the left-hand side, and the lead goes back to T-Dubs. Cork half-second penalty out of the pits. Oh, we're still battling up front. We'll keep the battle right here, Monkey. Let us know what you're seeing.
Whatever strategy that was Snowman used, it worked. He got Cork out of his way, and he's right there for the lead. I guess pitting the lap early, nobody was in his way for a lap, and he was on fresh tires.
Yeah, you look at his pit lap, it was a 2:14. We'll see what everybody else looks like here. Cork will have to slow down here to serve his penalty. So it should allow the front two to kind of get away just a little bit, although that half second's not terrible. And then he gets another one, I think. No, he just hadn't served it yet. I thought he served it back there. My bad. I thought he got another one coming right off a penalty. That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. You get a penalty on a straightaway.
I thought he might have got it in the last turn there. It didn't tag him for it until he served.
Monkey's lagging behind. T-Dubs and Snowman are battling up there. That Toyota's been under attack by one McLaren or the other all day.
Yeah, he has, and he's got a little pressure there from the Porsche at a couple of moments. But I think the pressure has not been as intense as it has been right here, because it is the last run of the race, and positioning is going to be everything. And along with running, nice consistent laps.
These are two of the elite drivers in GT7, both with A+ ratings. And Cork, the loose cannon, coming in from behind.
So we look at the pitting out laps, you know, when they cross the line after serving the pit. Snowman blistering, beating the field by almost 5 seconds on that out lap, and that's where he gained that time, and that's now why he's sitting in second. You know, he had a couple of incidents there maybe with our Supra, but that's the battle right now off our last pit stop. 8 to go now from Fuji. Still heating up.
I wonder how he did that.
Not sure. If you compare his lap 20 to everybody else's lap 21, blistering.
Maybe he didn't fill up with fuel. McLarens are known for good fuel mileage.
That's right, because if you do look at Snowman's tank, I mean, he's a lap ahead of the other McLaren. I don't know if that fuel difference shows that. But he doesn't have as much as everybody else. So hopefully that doesn't mean disaster at the end or something.
I don't know, it's hard to say. He ran that extra lap. Oh, it's really hard to say.
As you mentioned, they are good with the fuel mileage, and we've seen him run 13 laps where everybody else could only get 11 at other points. So maybe not going to be a problem.
Yeah, 13 fast laps at that.
Exactly. Appreciate everybody watching. Don't mind, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Racing every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday live on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. Also, big shout out to Skew Car and West Higgins ORV, Defined Fate on YouTube for being proud sponsors of the Ruthless Racing community.
I just checked in on Monkey, not just this lap, but the lap before. He ran a 1:38.8.
Cork also trying to take second here from Snowman now. McLaren v. McLaren. Trading it back and forth from the outside, the inside, little loose on the inside. Cork gets a half-second penalty on top of it. And that's going to allow Snowman to get right back around him. And unfortunately, Cork's going to meet the fate that he did the last time he caught these guys, and that's a half-second penalty.
Those penalties will kill you.
He gets a little bit off track there. Hopefully he doesn't get tagged again. A full second would allow the Porsche to catch up with him pretty good. Possibly could still catch the draft off of that penalized McLaren of Cork. Snowman's keeping the battle right there on the bumper, and Cork should go invisible, so it should be good.
Snowman hung it out of that turn coming onto the final stretch.
Yeah, he did, and Cork's going to serve the penalty now. That's going to allow Snowman to get around him. Let's see if the Porsche, not going to be right there, but probably could get a sniff of that slipstream coming off from ahead. Down through turn 1. People's had incidents here all day. Both McLarens go through pretty good, along with Monkey.
And T-Dubs is checked out right now. He's enjoying that battle back there for second and third.
We have a request in the chat there, Monkey, if you want to respond to that. Go back to our battle for second, though. There's Snowman and Cork. If anybody's interested in joining the Ruthless Racing GT7 series or one of our Heat 5 series, all you have to do is join the Ruthless Racing Discord channel. And to do so, it's really simple. You just have to accept the link posted in the chat right now.
Well, that's handy. Oh, Cork's all over the place.
Cork and Snowman really battling it out here. T-Dubs will cross the line this time, and that will bring us to 5 to go here from Fuji.
Not that it's ever come up, but I think 5 laps is the no caution limit. Is it 5?
That's
4?
right. 5 to go, no more manual cautions. And Court gets around Snowman. As we are on board with Snowman here, does he have 5 laps left in that fuel tank? As we look ahead at Cork, he's a little closer to the halfway mark than his fellow McLaren behind him. Monkey, he's looking about, he's got a little less there than Cork actually. So there you see the McLaren's fuel advantage. It's just slight. Monkey compares more to the Supra, who has been in the lead this whole time, and also on another heater. He is 8/10,000ths best right now. Chasing the minimal parts of a decimal point here through this one. Cork, though, he absolutely put down a lap in this one.
It is crazy how when you're out running laps, you're 3/100ths off. You feel it, you're going so slow, but it's such a tiny amount of time. I think second and third place have closed this gap on T-Dubs. I think. I wouldn't say maybe close is a bit much. They've gotten closer to him.
Another half-second penalty here to Cork, and you know those keep adding up as you go. That's a second and a half worth of penalties here since the pit stop at least.
Is it 3 out of the last 4 laps?
That's a good possibility. It has been.
It is difficult to go a full race without a penalty.
Cork smashes the fastest lap again by nearly a tenth and a half this time, completing lap 26. And another penalty for him here as he goes off to the left side of our course. So maybe like 2 half-second penalties there for the McLaren. He'll be slowing down this time. Should allow Snowman to get a little closer here to Cork.
Oh, yeah.
Monkey saw himself in this situation earlier. Snowman trying to break a little bit of the draft there from the other McLaren, as T-Dubs is still trying to run away here with 3 laps to go. You can see the tires are worn down as they get around here. And I'm still... Oh, real loose Snowman there out of the first turn. It's going to close the gap between him and Cork. Cork's right on his bumper as they're going to go through this hard left-hand turn. You got to hit that perfect or you'll end up on the right side of the track. It's another slowing turn, sweeping radial, if you will, into another sharp left-hand turn, which is kind of tricky on its own, very similar to the turn that starts all that section of the track. You can see our McLarens are both getting loose as they try to battle it out. Oh no, a half-second penalty will go back to the Porsche of Monkey, who was closing the gap a little bit here between the two McLarens.
It'll probably go hand in hand when you start driving your car a little faster. You're
You know,
at risk.
Everybody's trying to find the limitations of the course now. Court to the inside of Snowman. Snowman back around to the outside, trading back and forth, second place between our two McLarens of the 8 and the 5. Back to the inside Snowman as we come back to the front stretch. T-Dub's still trying to run away up there in his Supra. And that number 45 machine. Monkey will serve his penalty, and the McLarens are side by side going down the front stretch here with now 2 to go here from Fuji.
What a race.
What a battle between these two guys. Monkey, take us through these turns as these guys try to sort it out with 2 to go.
Well, Cork is in second, taking this long sweeper. You can come around there at high speed, but it comes at a price. And this one here too, you can carry a lot of speed, but you don't want to carry too much. You're off the track. And Cork is executing perfectly. Snowman too, and they're still battling. Now we're coming down the high speed section. This is a dangerous one here. You got to slow all the way down to first gear. This is perfect opportunity for a collision. Cork through clean, Snowman through clean. These guys must be driving their cars identically. And I just see Monkey picked up another penalty. Oh, Cork losing it. Heading through the final, whatever that kind of turn is. It's like one big turn. Cork loses it again off the track. Snowman's gonna get by him easily. And Monkey catches up, but he's got that half-second penalty. So it's all for nothing as they're heading into the last lap here. McLarens are neck and neck down the front stretch again.
And there it is. T-Dub's going to be crossing the line right now for 1 to go, presented by Skew Car here from Fiji. As he runs away, the McLarens are door-to-door for the battle at second place. We're looking with Snowman on his fuel. He is in the red already, and he's going to have to push this car to get back around here. He's not going to be able to save that much. He's going to have a little bit of a slipstream help here from Cork as they go around. Maybe that's what he's doing, just trying to set up for maybe the last part of this course. Monkey, as he had mentioned earlier, we had a penalty there. He was close to this top 3. Team BMW still figuring out here with the warm weather. Cork off to the right side here. That could be detrimental to the battle for second, as Snowman is going to close the gap as we go up into this high-speed portion downhill into the hard right-hand chicane on board with the McLaren of Snowman. Both McLarens slipping through the chicane. This is for everything. What's going to happen here? The McLaren of Snowman is dangerously low on fuel, but it's looking all right, I would assume, so far. There's not many more. Has a penalty. Unfortunate. Court's going to have a penalty.
Monkey has caught back up again, too, even after serving his penalties.
He did catch back up. No penalty that time around. Court's going to have to serve his half-second. As you see it back there through the back from T-Dubs. Oh, I believe Snowman's running out of gas. T-Dubs is your winner from Fuji. Monkey is able to get around Snowman. Unfortunately, runs out of fuel and crosses the line in 4th place. Monkey and Court.
Unfortunate.
And T-Dubs able to take 1, 2, 3 here as the BMW still making his way around here on the last lap. We'll finish on the lead lap, but T-Dubs your winner in the 45 Supra. Second belongs to Cork and his 8 multicolored machine.
And Snowman was 1/8 of a mile short of the finish line.
And unfortunate there for our man in the McLaren number 5. Certainly had second place locked up with the penalty ahead of him from Cork.
Yep, unfortunate. We did try to run 11 laps on that final run.
And Monkey was able to make it all work out by running some good laps there at the end. And now we'll see our BMW come in for the end of our race here from Fuji. So what a race. Congratulations to T-Dubs. Another awesome race here in the Ruthless GT3 series. Some really awesome weather here for us as well. Next week we're going to take on Monza with no chicanes, or no first turn chicane, I should say. So it's going to be a rather high speed race. The back stretch leads into a high sweeping long front stretch with that no chicane. It's going to be, a lot of high speed there at Monza. What's something you see next week as we kind of transition between two different track styles?
What I see next week is with the no chicane, you take out the first very slow chicane, but you still have the second one, which is going to be, the cars will be going even faster, but where they slow down is not quite as much. That'll be like a second gear turn compared to a first gear turn. So we're going to see a lot of high speed racing and a lot of difficult high speed chicanes through that whole course and a lot of difficult right hand turns. I think we're going to see the McLarens maybe really start to shine next week if the Corvettes are there. I think their high speed's going to be a factor. And unfortunately for Monkey, I think that Porsche might be suffering next week, lacking the top end of the other cars. It would be interesting to see what that BMW can do.
There you go. So you have your analysis for Monza next week. Anybody who's still watching, please tune in tomorrow, 9 o'clock. You can catch the Ruthless Racing Pro Series, take on Watkins Glen. So it's road racing all week here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel, as the Legacy Series took on Mid-Ohio last night. And you can go back and watch that on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel as well. Yeah, that's all I got here for us this evening. Mikey, once again, appreciate you being up here with me.
No problem. I want to add a Mid-Ohio race. It was a good watch. That was a good race. I watched it last night live. It was a fun one. So recommend watching that one too. And that's all I've got.
All right, so there you go. Take advantage of Road Course Week here on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. But without further ado, appreciate everybody who watched. Congratulations, T-Dubs, Cork, and Monkey on getting the top 3 here from Fuji. And tune in next week for Monza if you're interested here in the GT3 series. But yes, everybody hang out, hang loose. Hope you enjoy the racing in NASCAR this weekend. Rock on, race on. Ruthless Racing.